their lands and later attack the Bruces while they're sheltering in England as revenge for their betrayal. King Edward begins his invasion in 1296, and the Scottish armies can do little to stop him. Longshanks is ruthless, and in March he storms his army into the town of Berwick and slaughters 17,000 civilians. The following month, his mounted knights go toe-to-toe with the best Scotland has to offer at the Battle of Dunbar, and it's another blowout. Over 100 Scottish knights and nobles are captured, and soon John Balliol is forced to surrender. In a public humiliation ceremony, King Edward rips Balliol's royal garments and leaves him standing naked in front of the crowd. He then steals the sacred Stone of Destiny from Scone that had been used to crown Scottish kings for centuries. Edward officially declares Scotland a province of England and returns home with the Stone of Destiny and his prisoners. With the War for Independence seemingly lost, 1,500 Scottish nobles pledged their loyalty to King Edward, and amongst them is the youngest Robert the Bruce, the grandson of Robert the Competitor. Though he shared the same name as his father and grandfather, this Robert was different. Since he was a child, he had drunk the Kool-Aid that the Bruces were the rightful kings of Scotland. He was initially okay sitting and waiting for Edward to make him a vassal king. But soon, he grew impatient, and in 1297, he and some other nobles led a revolt against King Edward. But before a single battle, they sign a treaty and he joins the English again. Later that year, a minor noble named William Wallace raises an army of peasants and pulls off an upset victory against the English at the Battle of Stirling Bridge. Robert the Bruce sees this as his path to the throne of a renewed independent Scotland, and he switches sides back to the Scottish resistance. But less than a year later, Wallace is soundly defeated by Edward Longshanks at the Battle of Falkirk. Robert the Bruce has made Wallace's successor as one of the guardians of Scotland to lead the resistance, but in a few years, he gives up again, and he slinks back to the English side in 1302. In the span of just 5 years, Robert had flip-flopped 4 times and had pretty much lost the trust of most people in Scotland. His rival John Cummin becomes the face of the Scottish resistance and most likely person to be made king. Despite nothing really going his way and technically being on Team Longshanks again, Robert the Bruce still delusionally believed that he will one day be the king of the Scots, and he secretly begins making alliances with other Scottish nobles. He even strikes a deal with his most hated rival, John Cummin. Little did he know that Cummin also wanted to be king, and he would not waste his opportunity to get rid of a potential rival for good. Cummin tells King Edward about Robert the Bruce's betrayal, and Longshanks immediately sends out orders to capture him. Robert gets word that his cover had been blown, and he takes off in the dark of the night back to Scotland. Enraged by the betrayal, Robert asks John Cummin to meet him at a church to discuss what happened. On February 10, 1306, the rivals for the Scottish throne meet in a chapel in Dumfries, and things get heated quick. "How could you